Blessings and welcome to the path to freedom, this beautiful path where we get to set ourselves free. We get to set ourselves free to be in ever expanding joy and peace and harmony and wholeness and beauty, and to be who and what we are, to show up in the world as we want to show up, and all of this regardless of conditions and circumstances, regardless of our past, regardless of what others may be thinking of us or saying about us or talking about us, regardless of everything, as we are here as unique, perfect, whole, and complete emanations, expressions of the one power, the one mind, this loving presence that at least I choose to call God most of the time. So today's topic is God is our GPS. God is our GPS. And I was out driving the other day, and it just occurred, I didn't use a GPS. I didn't use a GPS, but it just occurred to me that God is like that, like that GPS. In the sense that a GPS, what does it do? Well, it guides us from where we are to where we want to be, or to where we want to go. And a GPS, it keeps tracks of when we need to turn and when we need to perhaps even deviate from our original route. If there are blockages, or if there are obstructions, or if there's traffic jams, or whatever the case may be, the GPS keeps track of all of that so that we may navigate along this particular route in a safe and secure way. And God is like that all of the time. Only when we're using a GPS, we need to enter our destination. We need to let the GPS know where it is we want to go. But in God and with God, we all obviously have that option, as we are here with the free will, as we are here to choose our own intentions, to catch our own intentions, to choose our own goals, or catch our own goals, to choose which direction we want to head in life. But as God is infinite and eternal and omniscient, which simply means that God knows all there is to know and God sees all there is to see. And please, if you're not comfortable with the word God, it doesn't matter what we call it. We can call it spirit, we can call it the universe, we can call it infinite love, or infinite intelligence, or divine matrix, or the unified field, or the higher power, or whatever we choose, whatever resonates with us, whatever we feel comfortable with it. This loving presence does not care. This one mind does not care. This one power, the source of everything, does not care at all what we call it. So we are absolutely free to choose our own wordings. But this loving presence, being that it is infinite, every single possibility already exists within this infinite mind. Which means that even if we do not enter a particular destination in life, we're always going to be guided. That highest possibility is like the default. The highest possibility is like the default. It's the default destination for all of us. And so we're always being guided and moved and led toward that destination. Always in a language and in a way that we can understand. So God speaks through intuition, through the still small voice, through our guts, through our minds, through kinesthetic channels, like sensations, like feelings. It speaks in visions, it speaks in audible messages, through other people and through events in life. We're always being guided. The thing is that we need to hear it. We need to listen for it. Like, if we're out driving and we have turned on the GPS and it is guiding us beautifully, and we come to a intersection and we choose to deviate from whatever choice the GPS invites us to make, whatever turn, or if it invites us to go straight, whatever. But if we choose to deviate, and if we keep deviating, if we begin to ignore the GPS, we're not going to be guided toward where we originally set out to go. But we get to choose our own destinations. And God is just like that. And also with the GPS, if we choose to deviate, if I choose to, let's say that the GPS is telling me to go right, and I go left at this particular intersection, the GPS is going to recalculate the route. It's going to make new suggestions depending on where I am, so that I may come back to where it is I want to go. So that and God is just like that. God is continuously making course corrections. Being that we have our free will, we're all made in the image and likeness of spirit. Unlike the animal kingdom, unlike the plant kingdom, unlike other kingdoms. I mean, a cat can only be a cat. A rose can only be a rose. A birch tree can only be a birch tree. But we get to choose in every single moment. Every single one of us has the opportunity, has the invitation, actually, to make conscious choices, to utilize this free will that we have been given, so that we are not relegated to stay in a particular condition, that we're not bound or stuck with a particular lot in life. We're not ever bound by anything. The only thing that ever confines us or keeps us stuck or keeps us where we are our own small and limited thought patterns, our beliefs about what is possible, about who we are, our worth, our value, our abilities. But once we begin to come into the realization that, hey, being made in the image and likeness of spirit, being a spiritual being, being a unique and perfect, whole and complete emanation of the one mind, the one intelligence, it means that all of that which God is, as we're holographic images. Or another statement that I absolutely love, we're not merely a drop in the water, or actually the statement goes, we're not merely a drop in the ocean, but we are the ocean in a drop. Now, what does that mean? It means that the ocean, all of the qualities of the ocean are in that drop of water. So the drop of water, even though it appears to be smaller, it still carries all of the qualities of the ocean. And so it is with us in spirit. We're all unique, perfect, whole, and complete emanations. We're all holographic images. So all of that which spirit is, we are. God is fully present in every space and every place. God is who and what we are. Every cell is a unique and perfect, whole, complete emanation of God. Every fiber, every action, every muscle, every sinew, every tissue. So there is no separation between us and spirit. So all of that which God is, we are. All of the intelligence that God is, we are. All of the love that God is, we are. All of the peace that God is, we are. So coming back to God being the GPS, spirit is continuously, eternally guiding and leading and moving us toward that highest possibility for our lives. We can choose to ignore it and go down a completely different path, which inevitably will lead us to suffering and pain and calamity and struggle and strife and efforting. Or we can choose to align ourselves with the guidance that we are eternally receiving from Spirit. And when we do, just like when we're trusting the GPS to guide us, we're trusting that even though I don't know where to turn or when to turn, the GPS knows. And in the moment, even before I need to make the turn, the GPS will inform me. It will let us know that in about 2 minutes, you're bound to turn right. You need to make a right. So that we continuously, no matter what happens along the path, we're always on point. We're always moving toward wherever it is that we're going. But so many of us humans are relying on our finite intellects. We're so not trusting Spirit that we take it upon ourselves to figure everything out, to make everything happen. And we continuously bump up against challenges that are not necessary. We continuously find ourselves in conditions and circumstances that give rise to suffering and a sense of being a victim, a sense of strife, a sense of struggling and efforting, when it's not at all necessary. But we can, just like when we're out driving, and especially if we're going somewhere where we've never gone before, most of us probably are tuning in and trusting and listening to that GPS, to its guidance, to that voice that is letting us know when to turn and how to turn and when to make a detour if there is an obstruction or if the road has been closed or whatever the case may be. But when it comes to our own lives, many of us are not so prone to listen to God. But we are so wise to. We are so wise to tune into that still small voice, to listen, and absolutely obey us. Because we don't know what needs to happen or when it needs to happen or how it needs to happen for us to allow for the next great and grand expression and version of who and what we are to emerge. We don't know. God knows. God sees everything. Just like the GPS is connected to a satellite. And I don't know the mechanics of it all, but the GPS knows all the roads, and it's probably programmed that way, but still it knows long before any of us know. The GPS knows where there is a traffic jam, or if there's been an accident, or if the road has been blocked or closed, or whatever the case may be. The GPS knows what we don't know long before that. And God is like that, even though, or even God is, GPS is confined to the satellites and the information that it's been programmed with. But God has no such limitations. So God knows everything there is to know about every condition, every circumstance, every possibility exists in the infinite mind. So where we're bound by, here in this dimension, we're bound by time past, present, future. There is no time to God. There is no past, there is no present, there is no future. There is only now. There is only now. So God knows, and so we are so wise to trust God to guide and lead and move us as we navigate toward the highest possibility for us and our lives. Trust, listen, and obey. Trust, listen, and obey. All right, so that was it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, for listening. Until the next time, until we meet again, I absolutely bless all of our ways, and I bless all of our days. Much love, many blessings. Namaste.